The stock, by the way, has come off the highs, but is still holding up with an over 2% kind of gain in this market. So looking quite good on that front. They delivered a good performance. This is for Q4. The margin also has improved if you look at it on a sequential basis. And of course, the big positive that shareholders will like is the bumper dividend of over 9 rupees that GMDC has announced for the full financial year. So we have MD Roopwant Singh joining us now on the show. Mr. Singh, thank you for joining us and taking out the time today. For starters, if you can just take us through what the total volume has been in FY23 and, what do you expect this to go up to in FY24? Also, if you could break down the volumes into what lignite has looked like.
So we closed at 7.5 million tons for lignite this year. Next year, we have ambitious plans, but that is conditional to a few things getting operational. One, resolution of the project issues at Tadkeshwar, which is close to Surat, and a quick ramp up of the capacity at Bhavnagar. So if that goes well, we should look at good ambitious numbers. Otherwise, we see ourselves standing where we are, but with steady realizations.
Mr. Singh, I remember a couple of months back, I'll come back to the numbers. I just wanted to get this point out of the way. A couple of months back, the government of Gujarat had announced a new policy for minimum levels of a dividend which needs to be handed out. It was, a formula based on 30% of profitability or 5% of net worth, whichever is higher. Plus, there was a formula for a buyback as well. So is the new dividend that you've announced this time, because it's considerably higher than what you've done in the past, is it aligned post that new policy by the Gujarat government for its PSUs? And secondly, would you also consider a buyback? Because I believe you would be eligible for a buyback based on that criteria.
So quick answer, yes to both, but how? I'll explain. We made a presentation to the board and we have representatives from the government there also. So rather than higher of the two, we were able to present a case that the company is in an expansion and growth phase. So they've allowed us lower of the two, which again is very substantial. And again, buyback, yes to that, but no plans as of yet. Things will mature as we move along.
Sir, but isn't it mandatory for you to go ahead and do a buyback if you are eligible for it?
No work in progress, but yes, we are eligible.
Okay. And should we now expect about 9 rupees, as a dividend that we could expect from GMDC going ahead?
Yes, provided we keep on doing as well.
Okay. All right.
Okay, which you are saying that you are going to, so then maybe that 9 rupees will come through. So my next question is, we have been talking about coal prices that have cooled down significantly internationally as well. Lignite prices have been at a discount to that for GMDC. Can you tell us now how much have lignite prices cooled? If you can take us through what the Q4 for that has been like.
So we always price at a differential to the imported coal, as you said. So prices started cooling somewhere in January end, and there were dips over the past 3 months. So over these 3 months, we have taken strategic calls to engage with our customers, to retain them, and we have taken a downward turn. And we are, that steady margin to imported coal, we are maintaining it. The idea is to ensure better offtake, full engagement with our customers. That is the plan for the moment.
So how much have you revised it by?
8%.
Okay.
And what will this mean in terms of your margins now for FY24?
I don't know how the year plays out, but for the quarter, it should have a marginal impact. But it's too early to say. We are still early into the year. How these prices formulate, probably at the end of first quarter, we'll be able to give you a more clearer picture of the kind of position that we're going to be taking. But we are sensitive and we.
So there could be a downward bias to your Q4 margins of 43% as things stand currently?
Yes, we are open. Yes, we are open to that.
No, I meant, do you think your margins could be slightly lower from the Q4 levels of 43% based on these?
Yes, they would be
some.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, they would be softer.
It'll be softer margins. Okay. What's the problem, sir, with the power segment? 3 consecutive quarters of losses?
Ma'am, huge problems with the power sector. They have been there for the past 16 years. Let me give you good news. The thermal plant had a very harsh PPA. The power purchase agreement has been revised. The government has consented to that. There was a fuel pricing formula which was ORI, and we were losing value on 20 to 25% of our volumes. That has also been corrected. And finally, the plant still has 16 years of life left. So we have been allowed a capex of 300 crores. That capex has, the action for the capex has been rolled out. So there is good news there, but the good news should trickle in 24-25. 23-24 is again an year of pain, hard work, and expenditure, but we will get a pass-through for it.
Okay, that is on the power segment. Just one final quick question on, what is the utilization of the cash? I do believe that you have over 2,500 crores. You already took us through what's happening on the dividend side. But can you take us through what the capex is likely to look like for this year, for FY24?
We have very ambitious capex plans. So the 3 large buckets that we are going to target are the most immediate one is expansion of our existing projects, namely Tadkeshwar and Bhavnagar. So 800 crores should go in land acquisition there. We plan to kick off the new lignite projects. 700 crores should go there. As you are aware, GMDC has forayed into coal mining, and we have got 2 huge coal blocks with the peak rated capacity of 23 million tons per annum in Odisha. So 450 crores of capex would be going there. We have very aggressive and ambitious plans in Odisha. We plan an early operationalization. So in yesterday's meeting, we got additional authorization for additional capex for our Odisha foray also. Please look out this space for Odisha. We have good plans there.
So we'll leave the conversation here today. Thank you very much for joining. That's the word from GMDC. By the way, look at the markets. It's taken a turn for the worse. The Nifty